Let us see if you have some data in an Excel file and you want to send WhatsApp messages from there. So here is an Excel file where I have some names here, some phone numbers here, and then you have some data here. And I want to send this. This line of information should go to this phone number. This line of information should go to the next phone number. These numbers should be different. In this case, I'm just using the same number here. So when I click this, okay, it's going to open up the browser, which is the Chrome browser. It's going to ask me to link to my WhatsApp. Okay, so I'm going to log in now. So wait for it to log in. So once this is logged in, you go back to your Excel file. Okay, go back to your Excel file now. It asks a question here. Have you logged in? You said yes. You click OK here. Then you could see what is happening next. So it's going to read from the Excel file. It's going to send me messages here. This is what I want to do. So let me explain from the code perspective how this is being done. Okay, so here is an Excel file. This is a macro enabled Excel file. So you go to view, go to macro, click view macro. This is already an existing macro, so click edit. So I'm going to explain this code here. So this is using what is called Selenium type library or Selenium library. So I'm going to use a WebDriver here. And then I'm also going to send some keys to my mobile phone or to the WhatsApp. So I say keys here. I'm accessing web.whatsapp.com. So this is the line that actually opens the browser for me. Then I wait for the browser to log in by scanning the QR code. And then I would say OK here. So this is a message box which is waiting for the user to click OK. Once it is done, now I'm going to do this line. What's the use of this line here? It says cells rows.count, 1, end, and so on. This is actually going to count how many rows of data is available in my Excel file. So the number of lines of data which is available in there. So I'm going to start from line number 2. Line number 1 is a header line. So I'm going to skip that line. So line number 2 onwards I'm going to start until the last line. So I'm going to read, this is the name of the sheet. So if you go back to the Excel file, you will see this is the name of the sheet is WhatsApp, right? And then when you go back here, so when you are here, you will see it goes to the WhatsApp sheet and then say range B, and then there's an I. This I is an iterator. It goes from 2 until the last row. So it will take B2, B3, B4 and so on until the last row. So this is going to read. For the first time, the value of I will be 2. So it's going to read B2.value. So you will see B2 is going to read this phone number. Okay. It's going to read the phone number from that file, from that Excel file. Then I'm reading the student name, which is coming from column A, which is this one here, because A1. Then C1, then you get the exam number, D1, E1, F1, G1, H1, and I1. So this is what you're reading. You're actually getting the data from each of these columns. Okay, so I'm getting the student name, exam number, Tamil marks, English, whatever. So you got all these data here. So now these fields will have the data of the first row, only the first row, meaning actually the second row, but first data row. Okay, you get that data. Now I'm going to generate a message. My message should look like this: dear parents. Okay, bold letter, dear parents. That's why you have an asterisk here. Okay, so this will be bold. The next one, your son, again there's an asterisk. This will replace the student name here. The student name here will replace this one. Okay, so the name of the student will come here. So if in the Excel it's called name 1, it will be name 1 here. Okay, and the sentence continues all the way till the end. The next one, you're going to give this message as it is, and it is also bold. So that's why there's an asterisk here. And then exam number, there's a bold. This exam number is actually a data. You will get it from here. So you read each one, you're going to fill it up here. All right, that is done. So what is the next sentence here? It's a find element by path. So basically it goes to your browser and it is going to find the place where you can type the phone number. Okay, this is exactly to reach the place where you type your phone number. And then you wait for some 500 milliseconds, and then you will just send the phone number. Phone number is again a data which is available here. Okay, you read the phone number, you pass it there. Then you click enter. Actually, you just need to enter only once, but sometimes, things might not be very responsive in the browser, so you press twice. Okay, I'm just giving twice just for safety purposes. Then I'm waiting for some time. Then I'm going to take my text message one, which is basically dear parents, right? And then this is an important block, this part here. So when you want to type in WhatsApp, you type a message. Then if you type enter, the message will go. Then it will be like new message. But if you press shift and press enter, you can type multiple lines of message in a single block. Okay, so that's what we are trying here. This is basically pressing the shift key with key down and then pressing the enter, and then key up means you will leave the shift key. Okay, so it's like pressing shift key and the enter key at the same time. This is what we are doing here. Okay, we will send this message text 1. Then we take the text 2. Text 2 is your son, student name, whatever. Then you go for text 3 and so on. So it's basically in one single block, one single entry, you're going to send all of them. Okay, all this, text 1 until text 10. Okay, that's what is being done. Once this is all done, then you press enter. You can just press enter once, but I'm just typing enter twice, as I've told you. Sometimes some of these keys don't arrive in right time. So once you press enter, the message goes to the parent. Okay, then it says next I. So initially it will read line number 2. Now it's going to read line number 3. Okay, it keeps going until the last line. Once it is done, you will see a message called done. So this means the WhatsApp is opened. It has sent the messages to the right parents, and that's it. So please note, if suppose the message here are different, the numbers are different, it will send to different people. That's it. And you will only need data of this much. Imagine you want to have different fields here, you are adding different columns, then you need to go back to the code, right, and change. So if you want A, B, C, D, F, and then something else, you can add them here. Accordingly, you need to include in your message here. I hope it is clear. To do this setup, to run this, you need to do few things. Okay, in order to run this in your machine, you should have installed Microsoft.NET Framework 3.5. So you download it, install it. Number 2, you download this file here called SeleniumBasic. These are number 2 things. Then you also check your browser, the Chrome browser, the version of it. So you can check like this. You can go to settings and then you can check, or you can just type this in the address bar of the browser, you'll get this. So this is my version number of my browser. So I will go to this site here to download the Chrome driver. Okay, I can download it here, but this is only for old versions, 114 and below. So let's say mine is greater than 115 because my number is 141. So I go to another website here, which is this one. This is the same number I have. So just go here. Mine is a Windows platform and I need the Chrome driver, not Chrome, Chrome driver. So I just copy this and download this. Once you have this, you need to just extract it. Okay, so let's say you extract that file here. So you extract, you will have this file here. So one important thing to note, when you install the Selenium Basic, it will be installed in a specific folder. You actually have to copy this Chrome driver into the folder where your Selenium Basic is installed. There will already be a Chrome driver file there. You are overriding it, by the way. You are replacing it. So these are steps you need to do. And when you go back to your Excel here, you have to go to Tools, Preferences, make sure Selenium type library is enabled. By the way, it will appear somewhere down because it is alphabetically ordered. And then once you select, it will appear in the top. Okay, Selenium type library. With this, you can just open your Excel file and you can click on this. It will do the job like what I did earlier. So these are steps. In summary, you will need Microsoft.NET 3.5. You will need Selenium Basic. You need to copy the Selenium Basic. You need to copy the chromedriver.exe into the Selenium Basic folder. right? And then you also have to know your Chrome driver so you can download it correctly. And when you come to this one, here you have to go to Tools, Preferences, and then you have to enable Selenium type library. These are steps you got to do if you want to make things work. I hope it helps. Other than this, if you want to use as a Google Sheet, if you want to use some APIs, you can, but then you have to pay for it. Okay, there are limitations for the paid for the free version. Otherwise, you got to pay. I hope it helps. If you find this video useful, please share around. You can make comments if you have some questions or doubts, and you can also subscribe if you prefer. Thank you.